Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another very important video on the 5 must know tips whenever you're applying for a Schengen visa. Now, getting a Schengen visa on an Indian passport is one of the most challenging things in the recent past. So this video will really help you sharpen your Schengen visa documentation process. So without wasting any time, as you can see on my screen, 98% of you who are regularly watching my content are non-subscribers. So please hit the subscribe button and support my channel. The first tip that I have for you is choosing the right embassy. Now, choosing the right embassy is very important on where you're located at and which part of India are you're located at and what is the history in that particular VFS consulate. Now, when you talk about Bangalore, France has a very good success rate, and also France gives 6 months multiple entry visa even though you don't request it. Now, recently my own sister's family, my cousins, they have applied for Schengen visa through France and they've all got 6 months multiple entry, whereas I applied for Norway and I got it only for 15 days. That's it. Whatever the itinerary I provided, they gave me Schengen visa only for that particular duration. So it is very important for you to do your own research and to understand what is the right embassy I need to apply. Now, your dream may be to visit Switzerland, but you feel that applying for France has a better chances, then surely do so, and also follow the Schengen visa rule book. Schengen visa rule book clearly states that to whichever country that you apply for, you must enter or exit from that country, and the number of days should be equal or more when compared to other countries that you have planned for. For example, you applied for a France visa and you're planning for France, Germany and Italy. Now, France cannot be like 2 days and Germany can be 10 days or Italy can be 6 days. France needs to be the highest or equal when compared to other days. Similarly, what I did was when applying for Norway visa, Norway and Iceland I kept for the same days, 4 nights, 5 days, and other countries were a bit reduced. So I faced no issues in immigration. They checked all my documentation and there was no issues at all. So please remember, choosing the right embassy is very important. If you're confused for an Indian passport, which is the fastest embassy, giving embassy, or how can you get your Schengen visa very quickly with higher approval rate, I've made a dedicated video very recently, guys. So please do check that video out. You will get a very good clarity in the recent past which embassy is more successful. Tip number 2 is the most important tip in this video, is preparation of cover letter. Now, recently I was reading an article where a person who's got more than 6 times, who's got Schengen visa more than 6 times, has mentioned one document people neglect, that is cover letter. Now, cover letter is 50 to 60% of your visa. Now, you may just think if a person is a freelancer or person is not working in IT industry, he's not doing any business, still those kind of people have got their Schengen visas because of the cover letter. And people who are working in big companies or working in IT, who has everything but they have failed to get their Schengen visas. This is because of poor cover letter preparation. Now, I take a huge pride in telling this to you. I've prepared cover letter for more than 250 to 300 people this year alone, and all of them have got their Schengen visas depending upon their profile. Now, you might feel easiest way to do is go to an AI tool like ChatGPT or generate cover letter for you. This is going to be a robotic generated thing. It is not going to be profile oriented and it is going to be very generic. So understanding what is your profile, if you've got a career gap, or if you have stopped working from the last 2 years, or if you're a freelancer with no pay slips, all these things needs to be taken into account. And with my experience have been applied for Schengen visa myself, can prepare this cover letter at a very reasonable cost. So if you need a cover letter or a day-to-day itinerary, guys, it is as less as buying a Domino's full size pizza. It is even lesser than that. So if you're interested, please follow me and then ping me on Instagram. Surely I'll be at your service. Tip number 3 I have for you is applying at the right time. Now, few embassies like France and other countries, very famous countries like Italy, allow applications 6 months in advance. For example, if you are travel is in September, you can start your application by June, 6 months before you can submit your application and get your Schengen visa. This is very, very important, because if you're going to apply somewhere in October or November for December, surely your chances of getting Schengen visa is reduced by a huge margin. So it is very, very important for you guys to actually apply way before it's too late. Always keep a buffer time of minimum 5 months, guys, to apply for the Schengen visa. Now, many countries, what I have heard is, have only 3 months of lead time to apply their Schengen visas, just like Japan. So if it is 3 months, start from the day one of the 3-month gap, apply before 90 days and get your Schengen visas. It is very, very, very important, especially when you're traveling. If you're planning for your travel for honeymoon or any anniversary or a birthday, you should be very careful, because those are special occasions and chances of getting ruined is at a maximum rate. So it should be very, very important for you to apply and go to the embassy well in advance, so that even though there is some rejection, there is some consequences, you will have a lot of time within your travel to apply for another country or reapply or appeal your Schengen visa. Tip number 4 is a very critical tip nowadays, guys, that is policy changes. Now, every embassy has its own set of documentation, and every embassy relies on people to produce, travelers rather, to produce their set of documentation. Now, France embassy documentation may be different from Spain, Spain might be different from Greece, Greece might be different from Italy, and so on for 29 Schengen countries. So there are 29 Schengen countries with the recent addition of Romania into the European Union. So out of these 29 Schengen countries, not that all the countries' documentation is going to be same. That's why I said cover letter is very important, because if you type cover letter, you're going to get generic documentation not based on the embassy. So it is very important for you to take cover letter very, very seriously. It's like resume, guys. It's like CV of your profile. You go for an interview, give your CV. Doesn't matter how much you know if you don't put it on your CV. Similarly, cover letter is your CV when you go to apply any visa, not just Schengen visa, any visa for that matter. So you have to look at the embassy website. If you have to go to VFS Global, look at the documentation of what is exactly being asked, and then you have to produce so and so documentation. Like I said, France, Spain, Italy have all different kinds of documentation requirement. So it is your responsibility to go and actually put out the documentation. Tip number 5, the most neglected out of all, more neglected than cover letter, is a good travel insurance which covers all the Schengen countries and which is approved by the European Union. Now, if you go to VFS Global, if you click on travel insurance, or if you type so and so company travel insurance, is it approved? Definitely you will get an answer whether this company's travel insurance is approved in European Union or not. For example, I have used ICICI Lombard and Tata AIG, but there are new companies like ACO, etc., which also provide travel insurance. Now, it is your responsibility, whole and solely, it is your responsibility to go and check on Google and the official documentation whether this travel insurance is actually accepted or not. This is very, very important, guys, because if you take a travel insurance which is not approved by the European Union or the Schengen zone, then your visa will be rejected. Travel insurance plays a very, very important role. And remember, even if your visa gets rejected, it's okay, because travel insurance also has a refund policy. Like if you cancel your travel insurance between 1 or 2 weeks within your departure, definitely you will get your money back. There's no issues at all. So be always proactive and pragmatic whenever you're applying for a Schengen visa to take your travel insurance from the approved zone or European Union's approved travel insurance. Now, Tata AIG is completely fine. I've used Tata AIG for my Schengen trip and it is approved, guys. You don't have to worry about it. It is definitely approved in the Schengen zone, and you can carry that insurance, provide along with your documentation, and get your Schengen visa. So I hope these 5 tips were very, very important, and along with this, you have to go through the documentation list, like your employee verification letter, your income tax statements, your pay slips. All these things I've made a detailed video, guys. Go through my documentation video. I've made a detailed video, and if you apply for a Schengen visa, if you want to know the step-by-step process, for that also I've made a dedicated video. So please do check out these dedicated videos. It'll really help you in your Schengen visa journey. I hope this video was very, very important. I'll catch you guys in my next video.